Paulie bitch ass TV.
The undisputed lightweight title fight is in the books. George Kambosos against Devin Haney. And man, this thing wasn't even close. I have to be honest, I misread it. I thought it would be more competitive. Not because I didn't think Haney was the more talented guy, if you guys watched my pre-fight prognostications, I did always think Haney was the more talented guy, but I just wasn't sure how he would deal with the intensity that George Kambosos was expected to bring. Now, George Kambosos didn't bring any intensity. I gotta be honest. I don't know what kind of game plan they came up with over there in the Kambosos corner and the Kambosos team.
See, it's not that Paulie got anything wrong. Paulie just flat out didn't want Devin Haney to win. And as you can tell, he's aggravated and he's mad that George Kambosos, in his eyes, didn't do enough. Now he said, oh, I got it completely wrong and all this other stuff, but then goes on to take away the very thing that he said that he's doing by saying what Kambosos didn't do. When the truth of the matter is, Paulie is too smart for this bullshit. That's how you know he's full of shit. Okay? Devin Haney took away. He wasn't able to execute his game plan because Devin Haney's jab nullified his entire plan. And it wasn't like Kambosos wasn't trying to bring the intensity. He was trying to. Devin Haney's jab didn't allow it. You think that Paulie Malignaggi don't know that? Of course he knows that. And he's clearly upset that George Kambosos lost. Okay? The truth of the matter is, Paulie, you a racist piece of shit. Okay? Pretty much like most boxing fans. I mean, I just hate to say it, but in particular, you a racist piece of shit, you know? And you have never been able to get over the fact that Adrian Broner was busting your girl down. Okay? So that just put more fuel on the flame for you just be a racist piece of shit. You know, just be real, Paulie. I mean, that's why you lost your job. That's why you're on YouTube right now, you know, trying to salvage whatever boxing career, commentary, whatever that you got left. You know what I'm saying? You and Antonio Tarver set up on that podcast and trashed the shit out of that American fighter, Devin Haney, for no good reason. For no good reason. The reasons that y'all came up with to try to discredit him didn't even make no sense. It just came out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? And you were so intense about it, just look at the look on his face right now. You know what I'm saying? When he's talking about Kambosos didn't do enough. He's upset. Okay? Now, why is he upset that a foreigner lost to an American fighter and he's an American? Well, I have no idea. Well, yes, I do got an idea. Paulie, you just ain't shit and you racist as fuck. That's all it is at the end of the day. You ain't got to put out no video because you looking bad. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. Everybody's seen what you and Antonio Tarver did. You know what I'm saying? And you know you're getting backlash for it, so you want to come out here and try to clean it up. But in your process of trying to clean it up, you reveal yourself all over again by simply just saying, oh, I don't know what Kambosos was doing because he really wasn't, Kambosos' arm is short. He got to get close to Devin Haney. Devin Haney kept him on the end of his spear. He couldn't do the shit that you talking about. And it wasn't like he wasn't trying. He was trying. Everybody seen that he was trying. But Devin Haney's talent kept him and his father and his team's plan at bay, and he totally shut it down. So you can come up with all these other lame ass excuses just to not give Devin Haney his fucking credit and then try to come out there talking about, I just totally got it wrong. You know why it's bullshit? Well, Paulie, because besides that, and besides his insecurities, I like Paulie. Liked Paulie. Paulie is one of the best boxing commentators that you Paulie is a guy that you want to be able to commentate on the fight. Paulie is really good at that shit. He is. He's one of the best that I've ever heard. Period. I love when Paulie's there to break down fights and talk about fights and talk about what goes on in the fight. Paulie is super sharp and super smart when it comes to this shit. That's how you know when he's talking like he's talking right now. That's how you know it's bullshit. Paulie, just admit you just wanted to hate. You just don't like to see black fighters succeed for whatever insecure reason or whatever and whatnot. You didn't want to see Devin Haney become undisputed. You didn't want to see him or probably any other black fighter do better in the boxing game than you. And that's just the truth of it. Just come out and say it. You know what I'm saying? People, you know what? You'll still have fans. You'll still get people to listen to you because there's a lot of racist people out here just like you. You know what I'm saying? They'll still subscribe to you. They'll still like your shit. So I don't even know what you're worried about. You know, just come out and just say it. Because everybody know it. Everybody knows the shit. But then they're going to talk about you got it totally wrong. And basically he's saying the only reason why Devin Haney won because of what George Kambosos and his team didn't do.
But that was absolutely atrocious. I mean, I'll tell it to you like this. The first minute of the fight, I think he threw maybe 3 punches. And in watching that, I watched that first minute and I said to myself, wow.
That's all he's saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's saying. He's not coming over here trying to give no credit. And I ain't listened to the whole 22 minutes and 11 seconds of the shit because I know when somebody make a video that long, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to make up for some shit because I done been into it with a lot of people. When they come on there and their response be like 30 minutes long or something like that, they done seen something or read something that had them triggered or something that they trying to cover up. So they just had to go in and do. It don't take damn near 30 minutes to talk about Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. It was a shutout. Why does it take 22 minutes and 11 seconds for you to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about? That's because you feel some kind of way about it because you've been called out, you've been exposed. People know exactly what the hell that you were doing, and you know you can't hide. And if you still want to survive in this YouTube boxing world, because that's where all y'all run into now, you know, you realize that you're gonna have to. Well, I'm gonna have to somewhat clean some of this shit up, you know, and that's the basics of what's going on. But at the end of the day, you're an American fighter. Devin Haney was an American fighter. You talked about that kid like he was trash. And let me reiterate this because I love saying this. You are not talking to somebody who was a Devin Haney fan. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of him now through his ambition, through his character and what I've seen as him as a young man. I'm a fan of that. He's still not somebody I just love to see fight in the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he's not good, not to say he's not exciting. I just have certain styles that I like. It's just my preference. You know what I'm saying? Period. And I love saying that because you know that you're not talking to a fanboy. You're talking to somebody who favored other fighters over Devin Haney. So if I can say this shit, you think other people can't? It's really not hard to do. And that goes back to me saying, look, it's not hard for me to give credit to people that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't favor, or I like this fighter over that fighter, or this over that. That's not hard for me to do. It's relatively easy for me to do. But the way you were talking, the way you and Antonio were talking, y'all were acting like shit. You was acting like Devin Haney stole your girl. Your main chick this time, not your side piece. You know what I'm saying? Your main chick, you know what I'm saying? The one that you pillow talk with. That's what you was acting like. And it don't make no sense. So no, you don't need no video like this coming out here and saying nothing to us, Paulie. We know exactly what you are. You know what I'm saying? Just carry on with your pathetic ass racist life. You know what I'm saying? And just leave it at that. But you ain't need to come out here and correct shit because you ain't fooling nobody with that. And that's all I got on this clown right here. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Vane, I'm out.